What's going on with y'all? This y'all boy battlerap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. I want to talk about Sue Surf for a minute, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Sue Surf might not be like in like my top five or anything like that. But I most definitely like to see Sue Surf battles as far as his opponent. Sue Surf is the type of person where he will most definitely taunt his opponent to the point where his opponent will end up coming with some rounds because he really do want to kill Surf. But I will say Surf does come to the point where he doesn't come unprepared. But this is really not about Surf being unprepared. That's not what half of this blog is about. When Sue Surf was kind of doing certain things like this similar at the time, if you guys like look at it before URL had caffeine and things like that, even before Math was a blogger, Sue Surf was the same way. He was there going off on other bloggers. So my thing is, as far as like what like this whole thing is, if you fans didn't know, Sue Surf is not really doing anything new. If anything, Sue Surf might could be worse about the situation as far as how I feel about bloggers. When you like look as far as like what caffeine has brought to the table, and you look at what URL has brought to the table, and you look at people like what Goods brought to the table, if you look at people like what Math actually had brought to the table, you have DNA blogging about certain things on caffeine. You have K-Shine doing it. You have 40 Bars doing it. You have Goods doing it. All of these people are on caffeine. Math is not on caffeine, but he's in the blogger world now. He's one of like the top 5 or top 10 biggest bloggers right now. So people are more opinionated on what Surf does, if that makes sense. People are more opinionated. People are talking more. There are more people that's talking about Sue Surf. So if we like look as far as like some of the things that Sue Surf is going through right now, he was dang near doing the same thing then when he wasn't coming with like rounds or whatever the case might be. He was talking and he was saying that bloggers shouldn't be doing this and then bloggers shouldn't be doing that. But then but now if we look as far as like what's going on right now, Sue Surf, he's worse because everybody's having these opinions, and these people, could be on Sue Surf head up in the live. They could even be before Sue Surf, is about to battle. Some people could be like, oh, here we go. Surf might not have 3 rounds again. If I'm about to like look at Surf battle, like a battle that he's coming up with right now, I'm gonna be sitting here thinking the same thing. I'm like, okay, is he gonna come with 3 rounds or what? I shouldn't have to feel like that, but that's how I feel though. At the you know what I'm saying, like at the end of the day, that's just how I feel. Can't take that away from me. That's just how I feel about, what I'm saying, Surf when it comes to like certain things like that. That's just how I feel. And it's really nothing that you can, really, you know, like there's not really anything you could do about that. That's just how it is. But this is like another thing that I'll say with Surf. When it comes to like, I actually seen Surf other blogs as far as doing to his schedules. Um, at first it was like, okay, well I could do this and I could do that. Basically saying, oh, I could do this, whenever I want. I could do this and that whenever I want. That's what it was at first. But now it's not like that no more. Now, Surf, he was talking about like his schedules and things like that. And hey, let me tell you something. I'm human too. You know what I mean? I got a son and all. Real talk. There's certain things that I have to do to the point where I have to multitask. And I won't be able to make certain excuses. We all, you know what I'm saying? We all go through certain things like that. I might not be on the stage like a Sue Surf. I probably don't battle rap like a Sue Surf, but I will tell you one thing: life can only be hard only if you make it. Only if you make it. That's the only way how life is hard, and that's how you easily give up on things because you're being too hard on yourself to the point where You think it's complicated, but it's not. Life is really, really not that complicated. So I'm not gonna sit here and say Sue Surf is giving excuses. Sue Surf might be having too much on his plate. He might have to at times make an album. He might at times have to like do his book. He might have times where he has to be on caffeine for for a certain amount of time. So when you put all them things together, yeah, sometimes it could be like that. But you just gonna really just have to tell yourself that yeah, people don't look at me as the best right now. People probably look at it like a John John or like a K Shine or like a Beta or like a Daylight as far as one of the best right now. The fans is attacking me. The fans is on my head. That's just how it is at the end of the day. That's just how it goes at the end of the day. So I don't need I don't think nobody should be surprised as far as what Surf basically calling out bloggers again. Surf is actually acting way more sensitive. I don't know if that's the word, but I think Surf is actually acting way more sensitive than he actually was. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, because you got more people giving opinions, and it's hitting hard. It's hitting hard on a Surf. And to be honest with you, I think Sue Surf is kind of more irritated with like a Math Alpha because at the end of the day, Math Alpha sent down speaking his opinions on certain things about like a Sue Surf, and so was Goods. So at the end of the day, I definitely feel like that's one of the reasons of why Surf is basically acting a certain way or even acting worse as far as for right now. I think that's most definitely why. I think that's most definitely why Surf is basically acting like that. But if anything, he's acting like this worse. Surf was always this way with bloggers and things like that and people speaking on him and things like that. You even got Surf even talking to people like Danny and even to the one guy and talking to 15 Minutes of Fame about these things. It's not nothing new, you know. And you got more of these bloggers to speak their opinions. And to be honest with you, you can't really go off the time where you was like, oh yeah, I used to rock this stage and I used to I used to rock that stage right there. I used to do this. I used to do that. I used to rock. You sound like I used to rock this stage, and you getting attacked by these bloggers, and you're also getting attacked by these people on caffeine. And the fact that these people are on caffeine, and the fact that battle rap fans like to see battle rappers perform, and then the league moves to like a caffeine, that's going to end up happening. That's going to end up happening. People are going to have you're going to have more opinions. And the fact that it's more opinions is way worse than then. You used to kind of deal with like the typical, like the angry fan, Chris Unbiased. You also dealing with um you also dealing with people like the Battle Truths, and you dealing with the Piper Boys. Like you was dealing with that at the time. But on top of that, now you're dealing with like a Sue Surf. You're dealing with like a don't touch that. Don't touch that. You dealing with like a Sue Surf. You're dealing with like not the Sue Surf, but you're dealing with like the Math Alphas. You're dealing with the Goods. You're dealing with like the K Shines now. You're dealing with a lot of people. Even though K Shine, I don't think he will probably be like I don't think K Shine could be more. I don't think K Shine is up in that category. I'm just using K Shine for an example because K Shine is one of the people that actually has caffeine. So if a person like K Shine want to just get up and just start really just speaking his mind more about like what's going on up in the battle rap world, and he gonna be real about certain things, some of y'all gonna get sensitive off certain things like that because y'all know that you guys have to get on that stage and you guys have to perform right at the end of the day. So nobody shouldn't really be surprised as far as like what Surf got going on. Nobody shouldn't be surprised by that as far as the way Surf could be possibly acting when it comes to things like this. Nobody shouldn't be surprised by it. he's starting to talk more and he's starting to say things even more because of because people are able to give these opinions now in front of this camera, especially the caffeine cameras. And Sue Surf is a part of caffeine, you know. But yeah, other than that though, um, you guys subscribe to my channel. And you know this y'all boy, Battle Rap Chuck 92. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Go.